Hello everyone, welcome to this fireside chat. My name is Vaclav Muchna, I'm CEO and co-founder of Ysoft, and usually I am in this place being the one who is questioned. But this time we have a real special Christmas setup, and I actually have my two guests. I have Hyder and Stephanie from Ysoft. Hello, both.
Hello.
Hey, Václav.
Thank you for
Can
having us.
you introduce yourself? What's your role at Ysoft?
So I'm Hyder Mohammed. I'm actually based out of Sydney, Australia. And my role in Ysoft is I'm a business owner and I look after the frontline teams.
And you, Stephanie?
Stephanie Kennard. I also am a business owner that look after the frontline teams. I'm based in Texas.
And I'm pretty sure that most of our viewers have never heard Frontline, maybe business owners. What does that mean? Can you a little bit elaborate? What is your job?
So my job is actually to basically coach frontline teams towards taking accountability of their own jobs. So rather than traditionally telling them what to do in terms of go and do this, go and do that, would rather coach them and they take the accountability of delivering results.
How is the difference, Stephanie, from you've been a sales manager your almost entire life, right?
Yep.
How big change is that for you and for the teams?
I think historically, the way that it worked is that I'd set the targets, I'd set the goals, I'd have accountability for the delivery of that, and they owned only the execution, basically doing what I have set out for them. Now we've completely flipped that on its head, right? And we've taken the managers out of the mix, and it allows them total freedom. They now own their own accountability and in turn own their own success.
So are you telling me that our teams, I should probably know, right? That our teams are setting up their own targets?
Absolutely, they are. So rather than us giving them a number saying this is what you need to deliver, they're telling us this is what we will deliver.
But it goes even a step further than that, Václav, right? They're setting their targets. They're telling us how they're going to achieve their targets, and they're going out and delivering on those
It's
targets.
impossible. It cannot work. Everybody tells me this cannot work. Salespeople will never set their targets high enough. So what motivates them not to set the targets so low?
I would say it's the profit. So the model that we have built is based on when the teams deliver results. Rather than traditionally taking commissions home, now we have basically set a way that they can actually make profit out of it. They get a certain percentage of what they deliver, and that motivates them.
So it's not only that they have their goals, freedom to set their goals, but their goals actually imply the profit, and they are remunerated based on the profit.
100%.
Where's the customer? What does the customer say? Because we should have customers in the center. So how is that aligned with customer experience?
I think it's completely aligned. I think historically, where we've had separate divisions and separate organizations that owned one piece of a customer journey, and each one of those divisions were driven by their own areas of success, their own KPIs, their own targets and goals that they might have, which didn't always align, right? Now, by bringing everything together inside of one team, we've brought in each component of the customer journey into one team. They're all completely aligned, headed towards the same goal and the same success. So we've truly put the customer at the center now.
Do you think that our customers reflect on that? Do they see any change? What do they say?
I think the customers love it because we're not approaching them in a way that, hey, I will talk to my sales, I'll talk to my tech. The whole team functions as one organization, regardless of what the customer wants to deliver. And we've basically gotten rid of all the silos that existed previously.
I would ask you if you've seen our growth in cloud. And if you have, I would tell you our customers are aligning.
Yes.
And they are enjoying that.
The growth in cloud is tremendous. Sure you've noticed, and it was great last year, but this year it goes through the roof. But I thought that it's only because the product is so great.
I think it goes to how happy the customers are with Ysoft. And I think our new frontline organization speaks to that a lot.
But again, if you think about cloud, people are not really after the product as such, but it's more about what it delivers. So one of the key pain points that cloud removes today is the on-prem or on-site print servers Customers don't want to manage that. Customers want to focus on their core business, and that's exactly the value we deliver with cloud.
And I guess that that's transformation of moving away from tools and technology to actually create an experience for our customers. And that makes sense that frontline organization would play more significant role than ever compared to on-premise business. So that makes sense. So you talked about growth in cloud. Is that growth coming from the world, like from everywhere, or are there some regions that are specific?
Yeah, so the cloud growth is region specific at this stage. So if we look at Australia and New Zealand, it's all about cloud. They don't talk about any on-prem because they don't want to deal with any servers. If you look at Southeast Asia region, it's a little bit slower there. And if we move to Middle East and Africa, Middle East is still on-prem, and South Africa is moving towards cloud. And when we move towards US, it's all about cloud.
How is Europe doing?
I think Europe is doing well. So similar to the US, I see Europe being all about cloud. What I think is unique is that every customer you talk to is on the cloud journey at some point of that journey. So the one consistent thing is every single customer is asking us about cloud. Where they are on that journey is really the only thing that differentiates them.
Mm-hmm. I hear sometimes that customers can't go to cloud because of security, because printing is still so sensitive. How do you see that?
I see that to be completely opposite, actually. And interestingly enough, you're right. A lot of customers have the concern that the cloud's not right for them due to regulatory compliance or security concerns that they might have. But what has happened in reality is it has actually expedited their move to the cloud. Because of regulatory compliance, because of security, they are moving at a faster rate.
So, Václav, you've been asking us a lot of questions. So let me ask you the next question. Where do you see cloud going next? What's the next step?
The tide is turning. I think cloud is a lot about simplifying the deployment for our partners, for vendors. And I think that's where we still have room for improvement. It may not be so much impactful for the end customers per se, but we need to significantly reduce the number or the amount of resources our partners need to put in selling, but especially deploying SafeQ Cloud. So I'm talking about automation of deployment. It's a lot about remote access. So I see an important step forward in cloud for us that our partners will be able to deploy SafeQ Cloud without being present on site with the customer. That's one big thing in cloud. I also see the theme of ESG reporting, and with our product marketing team, we're looking into how can we potentially tie up reporting with the ESG initiatives and compliance, especially given what's going on in Europe, and for public US companies that would be the same. So simplification and ESG reporting would be probably the two things I would pick. But there is a whole lot more. We can't talk about everything yet.
So I have one more question for you, Václav. So we've talked a bit about how we've been transforming inside of our frontline organization, and you've just shared with us how we're transforming with our cloud technology. But what's your opinion? How's the last year been here at Wysoft?
To me, it was a year full of surprises. And probably the biggest surprise for me was that we would always model for the cloud growth. And now it's here, and it's tangible, and it's in millions and millions of dollars. But that has been planned. Where was the realist? So the first surprise is that your business plan actually works. The second surprise, though, is that in our business plan, we expected quite a decline in on-premise solutions in SafeQ 6. And we expect that a lot of SafeQ 6 business will be, so to say, eaten by SafeQ Cloud. And that has not happened. Our SafeQ 6 on-prem revenues remain pretty much flat. And we have all that growth in cloud. And that's the biggest surprise of the year. And I think that it only speaks to the fact that we've decided that we will continue to support our on-prem solutions for years to come, that we're talking about cloud first. But at the same time, we realize that, as you've mentioned, not every customer is ready to go to cloud right now. And I think that it really sort of underpins the strategy of saying, we understand that the customers, pretty much all of them, are somewhere on the cloud journey. But there are many of them who are at the beginning or in the middle. And for us, it is really important to identify or be with them and allow them that simple transitioning from on-prem to cloud. And that's why I was super happy to see our cloud transition program that allows them to buy cloud licensing, but they can use the on-prem licensing. And even if they are in the middle of their MPS contract, the customers can upgrade without any papers and about any changes. And it exactly fulfills the vision of let's be with our customers on their journey and support them in different phases, wherever they are on the journey.
Thank you, Václav.
Thank you.
And thank you for your answers. Thank you for watching. And by that, I would like to thank so much to all our partners, customers, but also our employees for their hard work, because without the trust from our partners and customers, we would never be able to bring this cloud thing. And without, I would almost say, devotion from our employees who trusted this vision, we would never be successful with cloud. Thank you.